Cam got hit.
Like we're all here, we're all together, right?
We're together now.
Everybody's together now. I want all the students to understand that this is a DC movie. So, all of your snark, okay, all your snark that you have for the MCU, I understand. Yeah, I understand that. Well, that Captain Marvel is like your favorite superhero out of nowhere, and I understand if Avengers Infinity War was the bestest thing ever. Jacob, I understand that. But we're watching a movie today. It's called Shazam. Yes, I know. Stupid name, right? It could have just went with the old name, Captain Marvel. Yeah, they could have. They really could have.
We're not getting into that.
But we're not getting into that. So everybody sit down. I want to hey, give me the gum. We're going to have some for yourself, have some for the rest of the class. All right? Sit down, shut the fuck up. I'm going to let Mr. D and Mr. Chris, they're going to talk about this movie. Hi kids, how you doing? I'm Mr. D, and this is right beside me, this big man right here. It's Chris. How we doing? How we doing, kids? Hey, let's rap today about Shazam. Yeah, Shazam is this cool new character, right? Yeah, he's a kid just like you. That's right. Yes, you in the back. Why are you so gay? Haha, back at you, kid. Now we can.
I would like to say, and this is not like I'm not gonna low blow and be like everybody else, all blow hard like Snyder. Fuck that. No.
Snyderverse.
Fuck that. What I've been digging about DC's new vision is that they're finally doing what I think a lot of us are saying is, hey, DC, fuck the shared universe shit. Just make the movie.
You know, it's stupid that I remember saying that very early, and people was
I actually did agree with you. I was like,
you remember the pushback I got from that?
Yeah.
No, if they're gonna have any chance of beating them, or what they need to do to find success. I love that one.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Just make your movie.
Just make your fucking movie.
See where the chips fall.
You know what? This movie did everything correct. I think you got it not only from a kid's perspective, you kept it a bit dark. And I think our boy Sam said it the best way. It was very Harry Potter-esque. People eating it in this movie.
I mean, it's
like it's supposed to be this movie for kids, but you forget DC don't give a shit. They're gonna kill people.
I mean, this movie takes 100% from Jeff Johns' New 52.
Yes, it does.
Of Shazam.
Exactly.
And they, what they do is kind of like the Marvel movies. The Marvel movies, they'll do this thing where they'll kill somebody. And you're like, that happened.
Yeah, like somebody. There's always like one random person just dies somebody dies via Wilhelm scream. Like when he's dead.
And this movie with Shazam, what I love about it is two things. One, the kid playing Billy Batson, he was great.
Yeah,
I thought he was really good.
Asher Angel, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Asher Angel. Zachary Levi steals it.
Zachary Levi, yeah, he plays a very. You know what? It makes me sad that a part of me is like, damn, John Cena really should have did this.
You know what? Because here's the thing, like John.
But guess what? Zach does exactly what you want him to do. He sounds like a 14-year-old kid that's in this body. Who, by the way, Zach, good for you hitting the gym to be that buff. Even though
a little bit of the suit too.
I'm not about to say it's a suit because I saw you in real life. I was 2 feet away from you. I seen how you look.
Got a little bigger.
But still, he bulked up after doing Ed, man. So you had to give him that, man.
Yeah, I mean, him and other dude from The Office, man. Dude that was in fucking the Benghazi movie. And
yeah.
Both of them were like, we got a fucking show that we serious.
Hey, we got it covered.com. Go fuck yourself, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, for real? Y'all niggas is already trying to spoil the movie?
Okay, that's
okay. They about to get their shit banned, yo.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get... No. All I did was pull up Google trying to get the casting list down, and somebody already broke the goddamn embargo, and wow.
Okay, so...
that being said, there's not no really major spoilers that we have to give away, and we're not going to give them away because we can't not this current moment. But... There are some stuff that happens, and there are some stuff that I got to be honest with you. Good. Keep it secret.
Yeah.
Keep it secret as much as you can from the public, because of course, much like wrestling rumors, one's going to latch on, and people are going to be waiting on.
Now the greatest thing about the movie is it leans into what Shazam is. It's basically Billy Batson at his core. He's a kid that gets superpowers, and he acts what a kid with superpowers would be.
Yeah, just a fucking child, man.
Fucking child. Yes, he has the wisdom of Solomon, and the
wisdom of Solomon. Yeah.
But it's like it doesn't like. And that's the funny thing, because even the cartoons lean on that. Like, I thought you had the wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, but I'm 14, dude. What do you want?
And it's kind of funny, and that's one of the struggling things that I do know of Shazam in the comic, that he does struggle with being such a young kid, just straight up a kid, and being a superhero, having all the powers. You can't.
And
it's
all
really
the responsibility that comes with it.
Exactly. There's really, it's kind of amazing that you haven't seen no young kid at the age of 13 become a Green Lantern, because they're immediately become either a Red Lantern. No, that's what I'm saying. You can't give a kid the powers of the Green Lantern, because more than likely he's gonna fuck around and turn and be a Red Lantern or
yellow.
Red, yellow, or orange. It's going to be one of the three.
Well,
more likely for a kid, it's going to be orange and yellow, meaning that you bullied me, now I can bully you. Fear, and a lot of those kids, like I said, you be an Orange Lantern, greedy, want to have everything. So it is kind of, and that's actually a main part of the storyline too.
Yeah,
that's the main part of the storyline. That's the struggle you get from the villain in this movie, played by Mark Strong, who does a very good job of being a villain. This is the second time he played a villain, and ironically, much like we just said with the Lanterns, he plays Sinestro. And I thought that was Jason Isaacs that played Sinestro, man.
No, he's I think Jason Isaacs voiced
I thought he did, but whatever. The point is,
Jason Isaacs voiced Sinestro in the Green Lantern core movie.
No, I'm thinking of the movies. Yes, I'm thinking of the movies. I'm thinking of the directed DVD, cartoon.
But
right?
This,
you're right.
It's like Mark Strong plays like when you see his plight and stuff, you understand. Okay, that's why he's the villain. It's petty, but you respect the petty, because it's like
you know where the pettiness comes from. He's a level 3 bad guy, meaning that he has enough power to pose a real fucking threat. But let's just be honest, this is the first villain to get knocked down, so the superhero can look good for his first movie. And if you think I gave anything away on that one, go suck a dick. Have you ever seen a Marvel movie? Like, come on, dog.
But I think in this instance and stuff, it's like they didn't like lower him down to the extent because you couldn't. He was still fearsome. So it's like they had to lean into, okay, clearly Billy's going to have to pull in a lot of things in order to come through, which again, we're not going to spoil it, but like he does, like you see him kind of like, you see the wheels turning and like, okay, he's learning
now,
as he's going.
I will say this, for anybody, and it hits me, but it hits me for like a second and a half and I get around it. But if it hits you that, oh man, I've seen this plot before, congratulations, you've seen a superhero movie before. Now get over yourself. You know how this is going to go. Because that same thing can be said because somebody told me that same thing can be said of Captain Marvel, man. Yeah, somebody told me, he's like, you see,
it's the long kiss goodnight with Captain Marvel.
That's what I'm hearing that too. Thank you for that, Chris.
It's a good thing.
No, thank you for that, Chris, because now I actually want to see the movie.
Yeah.
but even then, I was saying to myself, like, it's gonna hit you when you hear. You're gonna go. I know people that want to stand by their flag of Marvel, they're going to say this. It's like Homecoming. Go fuck yourself. He's 14.
Thank you.
He is 14 years old. Okay.
This is why I said it on the Aquaman thing. Anybody that like Aquaman, that was another one that leaned into its comic roots, because they were like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna go all. James Wan was like, fuck it, we're gonna go all in. Yes, is it silly to see fucking Digimon Hantu as a fisherman guy? Yes, but fuck it, you're gonna see it, you're gonna watch it. Who gives a shit? Hey, do you want to see Digimon Hantu as fucking
Gandalf, Niggadolf?
Okay, cool. Shout outs to him. He's getting his money.
Yo, man, yo, Hansu, I see what you doing, nigga. I see what you're doing, man. But it makes me feel good to see. If it does make me feel good to see, the previous Shazam was a black man. So and here's for anybody that wants to shortchange that, fuck you, you shouldn't. Because if you know anything about the lore of Shazam, that is a very big honor.
That's a
huge honor. That is like being one of the motherfucking Watchers, man. That's on the level of being one of the elders, the Green Lantern Corps, the elders.
Yeah, the elders.
The elders of the Green Lantern Corps.
Guardians.
These are the Guardians. That's what they are. Yeah, you have rank. That is real fucking rank within its own comic world. So yeah, don't shortchange that. That's pretty fucking cool.
But like him being like the elder of like Shazam, he does a great job of like kind of info dumping, so to speak, the lore. But But it's not enough to where it's like, oh god, it's just lingering. It's like, no, it tells what it is, and then boom. There
if this was, let's put it this way, and for anybody that feels kind of like they should have gave more, this is one of those things that where it benefited Flash from it going from a movie to a TV show. Yes, you can sprinkle in the full lore and the full this, and you can't do that in the movie. You just simply can't do that in the movie.
Info dump and just let the audience just assume.
Yeah, just assume.
But that's the great thing about the movie is that, again, Billy, if you've seen the trailers, he's leaning into, okay, what can and can't I do? And it's to comedy effect. It works because it's, again, if I was a kid and I had powers, I'd be fucking doing a whole bunch of stupid shit.
Exactly. And he acts just like a kid with all that shit and all that, especially when they got the beer and they spit it right back out.
Yeah,
and when they got all the snacks, hey, how you doing? I'm a superhero now.
Yeah, let's date. I'm like, the same age. Yeah. And that's what makes it work for Zachary Levi, because he looks like a kid at heart. He plays it up really big.
You have to play this role of being a big kid.
Yeah.
And certain people don't play big kid well. He does it very well in this stuff.
Not to say John Cena wouldn't, but
I think John would have been good. It's just some scenes like that was made for Mr. Cena, and he couldn't do it. He instead went to do Bumblebee. Still haven't fucking seen it,
which is good. He's good.
Hey, you want to hear something else fun? And this is dated too. I still haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse. I have that on Blu-ray and I have it on digital with fucking Verizon.
So your kids have seen it, but not you.
They have seen it 1,567 times, man. I'm pretty damn sure.
Are they Miles Morales fans finally?
No, they still like Spider-Man. They like Spider-Man regardless of it.
Okay, all right.
And I'm hoping it doesn't.
Which is what Stan Lee wanted.
Look, and I'm hoping it doesn't wing one of my sons that they want to be Spider-Gwen. I know that one girl. What's wrong with that? There's a lot wrong with that. I'm a dad. Anyway. Yeah, look.
Like,
sure, no.
Sexy ass Gwen, all right?
No. Like, sure, the suit looks boss. That's the one thing I give Spider-Gwen. I love her fucking outfit.
Yeah.
Fucking hate her. But still, the point is, I still haven't watched
this. Is good because you know the cool thing that was about this and stuff, and this is what I saw in Spider-Verse. In Shazam, there was a lot of kids in the theater that was eating this shit up.
Oh yeah, kids. You want to know something funny? My son, my middle son, his favorite superhero right now is the Flash. But I see
Barry Allen or
Barry Allen
West.
Barry, he likes the Flash. Period. He likes both of them. Kid Flash. He loves the Flash family. All that shit.
Right.
Like, when he was still giving a fuck about the Flash show, he fucking marked when it was not Guy Gardner, Jay Garrick, Wally, and fucking Barry. He marked out. But anyway,
I think this is going to do the shit.
But it's kind of funny. But this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My son, but he also, when we played Injustice, right, he used to pick Shazam all the time. And in between, when he go, Shazam! Psh, Shazam! Psh, it goes right back to what he was.
Yeah.
And my son would literally get up after he beat you, Shazam! Psh, Shazam! Psh. And kids like that crap. It's because that's an on and off switch to your power. Batman doesn't have that. Superman doesn't have that. Flash doesn't have that.
Wonder Woman,
Captain America, Iron Man kind of does in a weird way.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just,
you know, Iron Man jumps off a building and waits for his suit to form around him like he's the Guyver.
But there's nobody.
Yeah, I went there to form around him like he's the Guyver.
But there's nobody like. That like in the Marvel side, there's no version of that. Which is a good thing because it's like it differentiates it because again, you're giving a kid the power of gods.
Yeah, you really are. That's where it gets It's one of the weird differences. I remember we had to talk about this. It's like you have a real big one of the big problems putting a lot of DC stuff on the big screen is you got to really realize unlike Marvel. the Justice League on a normal daily basis have to fight gods. So you have to make them look believable.
They're not gonna fight.
There's a gap there. Of course, Batman's going to look like he's not doing shit.
Superman is not going to be. I mean, he fights local crime, but he's like, yo, what's Endgame at? This shit's boring.
Yeah, like, honestly, guys, I can do this all day, but. Where's Orion and the rest of the fucking New Gods at?
Yeah,
like,
so
come on.
So it's like,
let's bring it on. Where's Big Bird? Look on. Where's Bart at? I wish that bitch would come down here and slap me, man.
And that's where the balance comes in. It's like with DC, that's why you have to like
have these insane level people.
D level is like, oh, it's vigilante fighting crime on the street level. All right,
and then you do like, but I think Marvel has that same problem too, to an extent,
because you go for street level until it was Sam Wilson, and then the American people were like, why the fuck you helping the ghetto out, Sam?
I love that too. But it also is that same gap in Daredevil to me, where it's like, yeah, I believe that motherfucking Max rolling over all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The second, and I mean the very second, the Shocker or somebody else pulls up out of the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery, you have no goddamn right to be going toe to toe with any of them.
He can fight them.
He can fight Rhino. He can fight Rhino. He can beat Rhino.
He can fight Shocker and them. It's just one of those like, okay, I can't bull rush him. That's the thing. It's like,
he can't do that. Electro, bullshit. You can fight Electro. That's what I'm saying. They have that same type of power gap in the Marvel universe also. But I think DC
is just so big though. That's the
DC's
thing.
It has the nerve to go to second, because in some stories you have to believe that Brainiac is more scarier than Darkseid, and then you have sometimes with the New Gods, holy shit, they are fucking like zero top tier level. You're not touching them. This is weird power gap.
About Shazam's world, in that like Shazam's world is just like Suits, where he has villains.
Yeah.
But it got to be. For instance, they are like out of this world.
They have to. But
every so often, he'll help out the local neighborhood on some small shit.
One of the best things that DC has going for with Wonder Woman is the fact that she has to fight the Greek gods. She has to go through all the Greek mythology and all the rest of that. She has to be God of War pretty much. Well, I don't know if she goes by that anymore, but you know what I mean. But still, I think with Shazam, you're going to have that. So you're going to have to have what you call your tester villain, and this is a really good tester villain, man. To see where they go, man. You know what I mean?
And the thing of it is too, on top of it, Homeboy, that's his. Billy Batson in this movie, the basic crux of it is he's foster kid. He bounced around different foster homes. You've seen this kind of story that's told before. He ends up into this foster home with this basically mixed family and stuff. One of them is Homeboy from Walking Dead, Samoan dude, and basically they're a family and stuff. And Billy is the usual, like, I don't want to be a family. I'm trying to find my real mom.
And you can say teenage angst or whatever like that, but he's a kid. He's a fucking kid that misses his mom, and you actually get to see the little end story of that. What's going on with him and his mom?
And that's the cool thing, is that they didn't drop that subplot.
They didn't, because they could have easily done it, or or find a way to Martha that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been like, because to some movies they would sit there and just put that in there, and then it'll be like, so are we going to talk about Billy's mom? We're not. Okay. This movie actually is like, okay, they kept that plot string in there, but it didn't like beat you over the head with. It's like, it's there. We're just going to put that on the side burner for right now.
It feels like since Wonder Woman, at least the people that are running it, they feel like they finally got their footing. You've seen it in Justice League, even though it didn't work out the way they wanted to all the way in Justice League. You can tell they were doing it. And then you see Aquaman, and Aquaman really nailed what I think they really want out of this universe.
Yeah,
I think it really nailed it.
Just like, hey,
and the same thing goes with Shazam. You see it. Hopefully, Wonder Woman 2 will actually do it. I forgot about doing that. Fuck what you heard. I want to get it out now. Because I ain't get the same to say it. I don't think the Trench movie is going to be bad.
If it's going in horror movie, yeah.
I think it ain't going to be that bad. I think it's going to go somewhere where we haven't, where it's needed. You know what I mean? It's needed.
And I'm calling this right now. I think DC is doing what they do in comics, which is the DC Showcase.
Yeah, showcase it.
Which is basically, all right, we every once in a while, you might not want to read our mainline stuff, so we'll give you a DC Showcase, which is a side story of this, focus on this character.
Yeah.
Because you remember in the DC cartoon movies, they always had DC Showcase with, like, the one with Catwoman, where she's in a strip club kicking the shit out of everybody.
One of my favorite ones was on the one with Green Arrow.
Oh, proposing the Black Canary thing.
Yeah.
So like,
I think there's stories that you can do in the DC universe.
And that's what they're doing, because it's like, look, I might not like what they're doing with Joker, but that looks like a DC showcase where it's like, all right, let's do a Joker shit.
You don't like it? You don't like what you see so far?
I think I'm getting out of my thing with DC where it's like, okay, I can't sit there and hate that anymore, because if it's good, I just don't want DC to latch onto that and be like, okay, guys, so let's do this. Like, no, just make it a one-off. Don't fucking lump it into anything else.
I totally agree.
That's
I think that's the one thing I'm all for.
It's like I don't want them to be like, you got something good. Don't
at least what they're trying to say is a one-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope it is.
It's kind of, but you know what? I seen it not too recently. I actually meant to tell y'all guys about this not too long ago. I actually sat and watched Suicide Squad again, and it's funny. It's funny. You can see exactly what they wanted. Again,
you can see it trying to do
because
it's kicked in, and it's like, fuck.
Not even that. I think it was WB themselves putting their hands in the pot like usual and trying to make it out to be bigger and better.
That's what Era said. Era's basically was saying that originally they weren't going to have Enchantress as the bad guy, that he wanted to do, like I was saying, which I was like, oh, you guys wanted to do Assault on Arkham. And then you got mandated into turning into, we got to tie this shit into
the one thing, and that's the one thing. As afraid as I am of it happening to Marvel, that's my one biggest fear. I am scared that Feige is going to pull a move, and it ain't his, and it won't be his move, but his fingerprints are going to be all over it. Where they're going to say, "Let's do this."
Bob Iger is giving them the keys right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I said. So far, especially since a little bit after Ultron, I have been fearing that's going to happen. They're going to do one thing, and it's going to be like, oh, that sucked. Yeah. Why did you do that? And it's going to, I don't think it's going to derail like the whole universe, but it's going to you're going to have to fucking address that. That's in canon. But it's in canon. You're going to have to address that.
But going back to this though, so Billy, like the whole thing with him being the superhero and stuff. Yeah. His interaction, once he gets the Shazam powers, all bets are off at that point. And what's cool is that his interactions with his interactions with.
See, I told you.
Yeah, but his interactions with like his foster family is actually pretty interesting, because the one that is his quote-unquote foster brother, it's like, all right, cool. They have their little interaction. He's like, oh yeah, this is what you have to be the superhero, and I like that whole little section and stuff, because again, they show that in the trailer a little bit of like what can and can't do. He knows the rules, and he's the one that leans heavily on him, on the superhero aspect of it. And seeing Billy kind of come to grips with, yeah, dude, you're a superhero now.
And then on top of that, you feel with Billy is like, Billy is the reason why I don't like God. This is the reason why.
And he plays it well. It's like
superhero stuff. Really, Billy reminds me of every kid that tried to beat you up in high school because you watched the anime, and now they're the biggest Naruto fan. That's what Billy is.
Just superheroes. And what's funny is like and this is not really a spoiler or anything, but just again, much like Aquaman, they recognize they're in the same world as Aquaman and Batman, but they don't like lean heavily on it. Like, hey, see guys, that was a time when Batman. It's like no. It's just like, oh, Batman exists.
The one thing I'm actually shocked they didn't mention like some shit that went down when the Justice League got together. I'm actually shocked they didn't mention none of that.
It's like Aquaman. Aquaman. Remember when Mera was like, yeah, so you helped to save us from Steppenwolf. Yeah, that was cool, but I'm not. And I was like, you know what, Aquaman, cool.
You deserve to do. You're allowed to say some little offhanded shit.
Yeah, and that's what this movie did. It's like, oh, he has the Batarang. He has the bullet, the special licensed bullet that shot Superman.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that shot Superman at all.
Yeah, but that's the thing that kind of tells you, oh, these heroes exist. It's just kind of like you're not going to lean heavily into it because because it's going to detract from the movie.
It's kind of funny, and that was actually one of my fears I had with Homecoming, because I thought the same thing was going to happen in Homecoming. You're going to show too much of the Avengers world.
Not part of it at
all. You really, and when you did get to see Tony was there for only a short minute.
Everybody's all his scenes. Somebody did a video of it. It's like 5 minutes total.
Yeah, 5. It's really not a lot. Everybody's favorite part when he was like, yeah, I thought so. It's just another stupid robot. All of a sudden, Tony hopped out the motherfucker at Mark 1. I'm like, oh, shit.
Well.
You're like, come on, kid, give it to me.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
All of a sudden, he turned into Robert Downey Jr. out of nowhere.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like they don't lean. And that's what I want, because Marvel movies, sometimes they do this thing where it's like, you don't have to be overt in that this is the same universe. That's why I like the Ant-Man movies, because they're not like beating you over there. See, guys, it's the same world. That's why I like Ant-Man 1. I like how fucking Hank Pym was like, yeah, like the fucking Avengers when they dropped fucking Sokovia, and that's it.
That's it.
You didn't need anything.
You didn't need nothing else. They did it in the second movie, too. I forgot why they did it.
The second movie was like, yeah, you helped the Avengers out.
You helped the Avengers out. Yeah, that's all they mentioned. They ain't mentioned nothing else, man.
And that's all you need. This movie was like, clearly this is the same world, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You don't have to lean heavily into it. That's what DC needs to do going forward. Like, just offhanded, clearly it's the same world, keep it moving.
Now the only question for me at this point is, how can you maintain this bit of a role? Because yes, I'm including it. You had Wonder Woman. 60% of Justice League.
Yeah, I mean there was
60% of Justice League. Aquaman, yes, I'm including this. Teen Titans Go, yeah, I'm including that. You had
you got Shazam.
You got Shazam. Yeah.
Now you're getting, Wonder Woman 84, which I got high hopes for.
I do too.
They gave what's her face, Patty Jenkins, full control. Like, hey,
and
Patty,
that's my
money,
fear.
Go for it.
It's not that I have no problem with her direction and none of that. It's not that. But I always fear what's the director's true what's their true vision. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm always scared of that.
And
like,
you can see this
the reason why, and that's actually the greatest example of that, is actually Hideo Kojima is the best example of that, because you can tell when Konami slammed their foot down, or one of his writers or one of the other directors on there was like, Hideo, that's nice, but and then when you see the dialogue that came out in Metal Gear 4 and in Metal Gear 5, you can tell that Kojima had more of his hands on what he wanted to do, and it kind of went up his own ass. So I always kind of fear that with every director.
I forgot the director for this. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but like you could tell, he really was like, "Look, I got a vision for Shazam." You could tell, and like I said, I think Jeff Johns helped out with this movie.
Yeah. Jeff Johns was. Well, of course he was. He's the what's the face, the executive. He's the executive on pretty much everything that DC does.
The director for this movie, he really leaned into like, okay, this is what I'm telling. Because you remember when we were at San Diego when we saw this. It was like, all right, cool.
Sandberg. David F. Sandberg.
Yeah, David F. Sandberg. He really like leaned into like, all right, I'm going to lean heavily on the kid turning into a hero and lean heavily on that.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people were like, I don't know. And I'm like, but that's Shazam. Like, you can't expect this to be anything but. And the movie has its moments of when it has to be serious, it gets serious. Mm-hmm. But it never does anything to like take away all the fun moments.
This is weird because you got a dude that's actually a horror director. He did the Annabelle movie. He did the Annabelle movie in 2007.
The designs were actually pretty dope for this movie.
Yeah, you could see, but at the same time, like I said, the direction of the movie was good. Everything was good in this. So, D is not giving out no number because I refuse to give out numbers for superhero movies. I come to the conclusion it should be very good. Go watch it.
Go see it.
And then there's the level of pretty good. You want to should I go see it? It's up to you.
I give it a 9, like I gave Captain Marvel.
I can't. Like I said, I don't give out numbers no more.
But
mine is a definite.
I'll say this. It's kind of like when me and Najee we did what's the name? Captain Marvel and stuff. I was like, David, he was on a podcast for that one. He was like, I'm just gonna say go see it. I mean,
that's all.
It's a must watch
because the way I feel,
the suit's dope,
and somebody can, and people can say their little feelings about this in a way, and that's fine. But to me, I think they have figured out. I think both sides have figured out what's going to work.
Yeah,
I think they figured out what's going to work with superhero movies in general. Like, it's kind of funny that Batman and Superman was bad versus Superman was bad, but when you look at a comparison to, I don't know, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin,
it's a different
level of bad, but it's like, it's a different level of bad, but like, it ain't Schumacher.
That's where we're at with these super comic book movies.
Yeah,
and it's the fact that like, what was bad? Like, think about it like this: we're at a point now where we're not getting 1990s Captain America bad anymore.
You're not getting.
We're getting a different level of bad where it's like you have potential to be good,
fails,
but
where
it fails in certain aspects.
Where it's going to fail in direction, writing, or whatever. That's where you really at.
Me and Brian, we talked about the Inhumans TV show. That's a different level of bad where you had something and you guys just shit the fucking bed.
And the only thing I can say about Only thing I can say about this movie is that go definitely see it. If there's anything,
kids will love it.
Kids will love it. Kids definitely love it. I really ain't got nothing else to say, bro.
Yeah, go see it. Definitely. Be on the lookout for our spoiler review.
Yeah, I know we're gonna do a spoiler review with this one, man. So yeah.
So,
all right,
go see it.